do.
And we are live.
What's going on, everybody? Sunday night over here on the Disorderly Decisions channel, where we are getting into our Reign of Storms campaign, our D&D 5e Storm King's Thunder campaign playthrough. It's been seemingly forever since we last played this. How are my players doing tonight? Make some noise.
We're
Doing
ready
good.
for fun. And
My
excitement.
arm's
and
cramping.
adventure. We don't want to
Oh, yeah.
know what
Well,
you've been
I mean-
doing that your arm is cramping.
Yeah, your
So
arm's
cramped.
cramping. I'd rather you not do that on camera. I know our chat can't see this, but we have you on camera still. Please, sir, put that away.
I like to make eye contact.
I know, and I can't avoid it.
It's the only way I can paint miniatures, guys.
Well, it's good to hear that everybody is doing all right. I missed you all. Like I said, I can't even remember when we last played because my brain has been fried. Sunny side up. When
I
we
don't-
last played?
Has it been
I don't
2
know
weeks?
what time is.
I think it's
time
been
isn't
2
real.
weeks officially. I think we played not last Sunday, but the Sunday before that. And then I got the plague.
The plague! Oh, how's it strikes the house? Well, I think before we get into like any type of recap or anything like that, let's go over some general housekeeping because it has been 2 weeks. What's our inspiration count looking for everybody? Remind you guys and chat that we do inspiration a little bit different here. You are allowed to stack a certain number of uses of inspiration instead of just one, and you can use them for different things, whether that be to help yourself or your allies on a difficult ability check or saving throw, to draw from the deck of inspiration, and to even stabilize yourself when you're fully down.
Resig is at
Uh,
3.
I actually have a question on
'Cause
that.
I always forget I have it.
Okay.
Do
Yeah.
Me too.
because I remember you said it's like half of our level. So does it get harder to utilize the like full up inspiration once we level up, or is that going to cost a certain amount?
No, it's it's gonna be harder. You know,
Okay.
the stronger you guys get, the harder it should be for you to get, back up. In that sense, you know what I'm saying? Because that's an immediate stabilization.
It was
which-
a immediate stabilization with 1 health.
Yeah, so it's
If you-
immediate, like natural
Yeah.
20 on a death save. Yeah, so I want to keep it kind of hard like that, especially as we go. I mean, and you guys get higher levels, and you're doing more and more damage. Another thing that we are going to try, and it's still in the infantile stage, but I want to implement the use of order and disorder dice. It's kind of being based off inspiration from High Rollers, their new current campaign, Althea, the Dragon Empire, and Legend of Adventures with their Twist of Dread and Twist of Fate system. So I just flavored it to be order and disorder for us being disorderly over here on this channel. So how that will work is in each of the Disorderly Decision games, not just this one, we will roll at the beginning of the session. We'll each roll a d6. 1 through 3 gives me a disorder dice. 4 through 6 gives you guys an order dice. An order dice are essentially a free reroll on pretty much anything. So like if you're gonna try to hit, you can, and you definitely know that you need to hit, you can spend an order dice to give yourself advantage. Stuff like that. couple ways mine can be put into play is I can use mine to like influence the story a little bit. Spend a disorder dice and roll something over in here on my end and have it something shift in the story just a little. I think right now, like I said, it's in its infantile stage, so we'll make changes to it and all that stuff. But right now, it's essentially just giving you guys a free reroll. Now, the way I want to do it with the order and disorder type thing is I want ours can be contested. So you can contest mine, I can contest yours, but it costs you a use of that die. And then we roll a d20, and whoever's is higher gets the override. So if I'm using one to give you guys disadvantage on something, and you want to use one to try to burn that away, I can either spend another one to try to burn yours away, and we resolve it that way, or I can just try to roll and see if I can beat you guys. But usually we're not going to go big long chains like that. And then that's it. Once at the end of the session, those dice are used up if you use them or not, and then the next session we'll do it all over again.
Yeah, we're not playing blue-black decks, okay? We're not milling control.
Yeah. Does that make sense to everybody so far? Like I said, as we test it and I get input from you guys and stuff like that, we'll maneuver things around. But I think ultimately using one, if you use a dice, I get a dice. If I use the dice, you get a dice. You know, so it's built for you guys to want to use those things. So don't forget about those.
Okay.
It's an extra layer of interaction, I think, between the players and the DM. That's neat.
Yeah,
Are
I
we
mean,
going to be
already
implementing
thinking
that for this current game, or are you still workshopping it to use it at later games?
talking about this session.
This session, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why not go ahead and get this underway? I don't know if you guys can see on the screen, but at the very top in a black bar, there's disorder dice and order dice.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
You guys should be able to click on that. So like I said, we'll roll a d6. We can all roll that right now. And 1 through 3 means I get a disorder dice. 4 through 6 means you guys get. And let's just do this one at a time. So we'll just go down on my camera, starting with Upali, going to Shadow, then to Chug and Sylvan, and then Sergeant, and then me. Okay, so that's 1 for me.
2.
Oh, it's different now.
Yeah, everything got updated.
All right, 1
Oh.
for me. All right,
Hold on.
Merc, go ahead and roll a
Here's-
d6.
Here's one for you.
1 for me. All right.
It is a superpower.
Yeah.
That's another
All right,
3.
might be fresh over mine. And then, sorry to go to roll that last one. All right, so I'm starting with all disorder dice. Oh, let me roll. Hold on. I might roll bad. We're good for y'all.
Oh, there you go.
We
There you
got
go.
one. Yay.
This bodes well for us.
I know,
So,
right?
So if I'll add it to you guys. You'll see everything. Anytime you minus or subtract one, it'll pop up in the chat over here, and it will say the party has earned a dice or has spent a dice. Yeah. Okay. Any questions? Complaints?
Good.
Why can't we roll better?
I like
But that's
this
not really a complaint.
My only thought was, I'm in danger. Danger.
All right. Well, then let's get into a little bit of a recap. last time you guys had settled in quite quickly to your roles as Hunt Lord of the new Noanar's Hold. You did some task in the morning that not only included the scouting of the lands around and the defenses that are offered here, but also bringing in fresh new life in the form of a birth of a child, a baby girl, which after her help was named after Millie. Your horses and other modes of transportation, i.e. a scaled lizard drake that may or may not be the second one. Ressig, Merc, and Millie prepared to set off towards Calling Horns to do some shopping as well as, meet their new neighbors. Meanwhile, Zureg and Adelaide stayed back at Noanar's Hold. Adelaide, hell-bent on getting her bones, spending most of her time down beneath the keep, while Zureg and Jeeves, as you now call him, cleaned up the topmost parts of the keep. Over in Calling Horns, the three travelers who set out met a woman of very high esteem, and a woman who seemed to be running this town as well as the protection. A woman who you got into her good graces by pointing out somebody who had been skimming off the top and handling it in a similar way than she would have liked to. Ressig beating her to the punch to grab his balls and twist them until he was forced to offer up his confession. This woman, named Tamerlane, quickly befriended the group, and into the night you guys just kind of drank and swapped stories and told him a bit about yourself and how you came to be the new Hunt Lords of Noanar's Hold. Because it was late at night and you guys got here, most of the shops were closed, so anything that you had wanted to see about buying we'll have to wait until the morning. So you guys got a room free of charge from Tamerlane, due to her just really enjoying your company. And you guys settled in for the night. And while you rested, you heard strange noises coming out from the stables attached to the inn. And then you heard Tamerlane shouting, and then you heard her scream in terror. You wasted no time, hopping out of the window, running down into the stable to find two trolls that had entered in from the Evermoors and were fixated on feasting on some horses. You guys were able to defeat these trolls and hide their existence behind quickly shut doors so Tamerlane could tell the people of the town that everything was under wraps. And as she persuaded them, she slipped in and told you guys that they have always had to deal with trolls and the like being right on the outskirts of the Evermoors. But it seems like their appearance in town or close to town has been frequent as of late. A matter that you guys offered to look into for Tamerlane. In return, she would give you a pretty much a letter of introduction to somebody of great importance inside Everland, where she had told you if you were really looking to buy stuff, that would be where you need to head, as it's more of a merchant trading area. Meanwhile, as that night went on, the next night came the next day came into being, and Zurag and Adelaide were woken up by Jeeves rather abruptly, as there were a caravan heading towards the town from the main road. And as Jeeves led you guys up to the top of the keep so you could get a better view, looking out across the distance, flowing in the wind, is a telltale flag of Ephraim Talroa, a man that Adelaide knows oh too well, and it looks like he's coming to town. And that's where we are today. Adelaide, Zurag, and Jeeves are on top of the keep. You're looking out. You had just gone up here to see what the hubbub was about. You've been going up here to send animal messengers, and it's usually around this time that you check to see if any have come back. Hearing that there's a caravan on the way, perhaps there's a little bit of excitement as Zurag moves up there. But Adelaide, maybe that excitement for you, if there was any, is replaced with horror as you see that banner floating in the wind in this long caravan, a caravan that you've seen multiple times. You see these creatures, these bipedal creatures that are moving along the road, and they're pulling big, just big carriages, but they look like they have big sheets pulled over them, and as the wind whips across them, you can see that the fabric kind of clips on or grips onto like iron bars that stretch the length of the carriages, and you can hear like the standard moans and roars of pack animals pulling the heavy loads as they're coming up. Right now, they're about, we'll just give it a mile.
Adelaide. So if they're a mile away, but I see them and I know who it is, correct?
Yeah.
And I have one more day to collect my bones. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the end of today, you'll have all your bones if you take all day doing it.
I'm going to turn to Zurag. Adelaide's gonna turn to Zurag and be like, "Don't mention my name to these people. I will explain later." How long will it take for them to get to the town? Like, a mile is not.
Yeah, it's not gonna take them very long. They're not moving at any like super brisk pace, so the majority of them will probably be there in maybe an hour.
Okay. I'm gonna tell Zurag, do not mention my name. Do not give them any details of anything. They're not really good people. I will explain in detail later. I'm gonna disappear till they're gone. I'll be around, but I'm gonna disappear. I'll be in the keep somewhere because I have to finish collecting my stuff for the day. I'll be in the dungeon. I'll be in the basement if you need to find me. But maybe when you come down, if they want to come down and look at the keep, I suggest you don't.
Have a safe word.
But yes, exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
Well, we do have that the jelly still. I could just tell them that's down there.
Yeah. Well, that's. I mean, you don't want to make enemies out of these people either. Again, they're not really good people. They are kind of after me. That's why I'm getting away, because you need to know why I'm running away. I don't want to get caught by them, so I'm gonna be in the basement. If you need to come find me, and they insist you bring them down there to see the keep or something, we need to have a word. that you could yell out so I could disappear.
You ever have pineapple pizza?
Razzmatazz.
You could yell out "fire in the hall" or something like that.
Final.
That wouldn't be obvious or
Ugh.
anything.
It's not.
Just yell hide.
That's gonna go
You
over
do
well.
that too, but that would be suspicious.
Yeah, our safe word will be Adelaide. Hide. They know you're here.
You could yell out, "Don't be suspicious! Don't be suspicious!"
Run, doom, doom.
I'll just say Ressig's name. How about that?
That sounds good.
Say the juice is loose.
I have an hour. I'm gonna run back to the inn and see
Well,
if
that's
there's any.
Oh, that's a long way.
It-
Roll me a perception check. I like this though. Zurag, you can roll me one too.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
All right.
Very awesome.
So
16.
you might remember this, but long ago, in real time, when you guys were back in Nightstone, you remember the little flying cat creature?
Yeah.
As you are looking at this caravan, you tell Zurag the safe word, and you begin to run down. As you turn back and look at the caravan, a little shadow moves over your head and catches in the corner of your eye, and you look up and you see the shape of a little winged creature flying up high above the keep.
I'm gonna point it out to Zurag if he can see it. I will point it out. I'll be like, "I'm gone. Don't say my
Murder.
name."
Murder that thing immediately.
Yes. And then I'm going to
You need your
Just
stuff. We're
run.
sharing a room, so I can bring it to you.
yeah. I'm gonna run down to the basement of the keep.
Okay. So you go and lower yourself down to the bone graveyard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Jeeves is there. I'm gonna tell Zurag before I leave. Just keep an eye on Jeeves. Don't let him mention
Spill
my
the beans.
name. Yes.
All right. So as Adelaide rushes off, leaving Jeeves and Zurag standing there, Jeeves looks up at you and says, "Well, what do we do?"
Keep working. As far as we know, they're just passing through.
Okay. You want to try with the cube again?
That's right. We didn't talk to her about getting rid of the cube, did we?
No. But perhaps we just push it down there and let her deal with it.
I didn't think we could touch it.
Oh, we can't. We'll have to use every door in this establishment.
Can't remember. Was it actually in the? It was hiding in the walls, wasn't it?
No, it's in a room.
But it is in the room.
I
I thought we opened it and there wasn't anything there, and then it just came out.
So the thing about gelatinous cubes, when they're not moving, they're invisible. So it was just
What's the
right
room?
there. It was just right there at the door, and as you just walked in, it was just...
So everything else at this point is pretty much cleaned up. Other than that,
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely gonna need somebody to come in here and an interior decorator to really spruce up But as far as all the cobwebs and dead spiders and rotted like stuff, the majority of it is gone. You'll probably have it finished today. It's pretty easy when you can just bring stuff down to one room and throw it into a cube, and it just disappears. So yeah, I mean, if you go down, that caravan's still moving closer. We'll pan over. We'll pan over to town over and calling hills or whatever the hell it's called. Calling horns. So morning comes. You guys wake up, maybe a little sore from the scuffle the night before. Even though you did well, you still took some lumps. And the three of you awake to the crow of a rooster and the sound of a awakening village.
Do we have one room or separate rooms?
Separate rooms.
Uh,
I believe, I think last time, I think Ressig and Millie got a room together. You were meant to get your own room.
yeah. So yeah, Merc will kind of get out. He's probably, and he's an early riser. Probably not as early as Ressig, seeing as Ressig's an elf. But he'll get up and he'll start to make his way out to try to meet up with the group. And the inn will hear a door open and then a door shut, and then they'll hear a loud thump as Merc slams the door on his tail again.
Maybe that's what Millie and Ressig hear on the other side of the door.
Millie will come out and be like, again?
You'll see like Merc like turns in the hallway and like the tail just slaps the wall as he just kind of like spins and tries to like overcorrect multiple times.
We're gonna get you some armor for that thing. You need to stop feeling pain when you close doors.
Just cut the blasted thing off. I don't want to deal with it anymore.
I think he'll grow to love it.
I think armor might be better for him, but worse for everything else. How many doors is he gonna actually break? And walls and glass objects and furniture. I think you need to figure out
I mean, he's not used to it yet. He'll eventually get used to it. This is just to accommodate in the meantime.
I think you need to get used to your new appendages. I'm still working on it myself. Or lack thereof.
Merc will go. Yes.
Technically, you got gained. And you lost.
I don't know if those would be considered appendages. But yes.
Features, I would assume.
Prehensile titties.
That's a better word. Features.
I got shadows. Right
It was this close to it coming up my nose. I was like, no, you have to stop. You can do it. Be strong.
Yeah.
Carbonated, that would have hurt.
Yeah.
Merc will go. Though the good news is we have no pressing need to return to the keep anytime soon, so we can spend all day shopping.
Honestly, I'm a little worried. Yeah, there's that's still that cube.
Yeah, but Zurag can handle a cube. Also, he shouldn't kill the cube, because that would... Again, just saying, there are Underdark techniques for riding these things.
All else fails, we can keep it in the basement, and whatever's in that passageway that continued on, maybe it'll clear the way for us. If we can figure out a way to get
Honestly,
it down in that hole.
Get rid of that goop. Ugh. Said honestly, just for trash disposal alone, it's useful.
That's true.
Imagine getting rid of the goop. How much
Seriously.
faster that will be.
We could even use it as a form of execution for those who disobey us. Put it in a well or something, and then kick people into it.
This is
don't-
Sparta.
Yes, like that ancient Faerunian nation of Sparta.
That was a wonderful play. Well, I don't know about executions. We'll see what happens. We have a long way to go before that happens. We need as many people in the town as we can manage until we can get it established.
Well, aren't we replacing a lot of the freeloaders in town with Zerag's people?
They're not freeloaders. They still have a purpose. They provide for.
They hunt rabbits. I'm aware.
Yes. Well, I'm not much.
Rabbits are
I-
so soft.
I don't
You
know
don't even
much
know.
about running a town, but it seems like a good way to have money to run a town is to not kill the people who can pay taxes.
I suppose. But we need to definitely put laws against being overly drunk in public.
I have one person in mind for that kind of behavior.
Yes, fuck that one in particular.
Those rabbits could not possibly be spent that much time in his pocket and still survive.
I don't think he had one there. I think he was just pulling your leg.
It's very possible. But
Rabbits
Think
are
it-
really soft.
It was a ruse to get you back to his place, I think.
oh, that would have been awkward. But Larry Slingblade was definitely a unique individual who certainly need to keep an eye on about public drunkenness. Shall we see what else this town has to offer?
Yes, let's go shopping. Let's have a joyous day of no problems for
No
once.
cares in the world. We'll head back tonight, though. Because it was like almost a full day's travel, right? Not quite a full day.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we spent a few hours shopping, we could make it back by nighttime.
Yeah, pretty late nighttime, yeah.
Assuming that nothing terrible happens on the road.
Nothing terrible ever happens on the road.
You know,
We are the hunt.
ancient red dragon, giants throwing cows.
That's miles away. That's miles away. You guys haven't even seen giants since. Totally fine.
Yeah, that's what worries me.
So the three of you wake up, maybe grab some a modest breakfast, nothing too extravagant. There are people down here, some that seem to either be just getting in or maybe finishing up their last minute packs to get ready to leave. As you guys step out into the streets, you can hear and smell the sound of commerce already underway. There's the smell of fowl as well, like chickens and ducks and stuff along those manners, as well as other livestock and cattle. But there's also the blacksmith. You guys can smell the forge burning hot and ready this morning. But there's also a general stores thing here, so depending on what you are looking for, if you're just looking for like standard stuff, like at a blacksmith or the general store, we can do that. Or if you guys are looking for something like something specific, I'd hear that out too. Because this is a traveling merchants do go through here. So maybe if you guys are looking for some specific, maybe if it's not here in town, maybe there might be a traveling merchant just in town at this time.
My brain is drawing a blank. What was the woman's name again? The owner of the inn?
Tamerlane Zor.
Tamerlane. I'm gonna go up to Tamerlane and ask her if she knows anybody in town that knows how to break a really strong rock.
I mean, there's a couple of idiots out here. I'm sure that would smash their head into it for a pretty penny if you gave them the task. But if you're looking at like a official capacity, no, not here. You might want to go to Tribor for that. They got more gem specialists out that way.
All right.
Then
I appreciate that.
Tribor was like the regional capital of what would essentially be the higher government over this area that we now reside in. Or would it be?
Yeah, it's. I mean, Tribor is another, like, it's just a bigger, like, merchant town.
Essentially, who do we send the taxes to?
You'll probably go by way of Tribor.
Okay.
There'll probably be a representative from Neverwinter.
Okay.
Over there.
Okay.
We don't gotta get into those weeds just about yet. Yeah. Is there anything specific you guys are looking for?
With the smithy, does he just look like a local smith that he's like, oh, I'm making horseshoes and pots, or is he like more specialized?
I mean, most of the stuff is like horseshoes and rails and stuff like that, like, you know, big metal spikes and stuff. But there are some works of like shields and stuff like that.
Merc will kind of turn to Resig and go, I could use with an armor upgrade, possibly.
Well, let's see what he has. At least we could get a little bit of extra for your tail. I'm trying to think. Let me see. Yeah, we can go take a look. I think we already got rid of all the stuff that we've collected from combat, from the bag of holding, anything.
We have a couple things left. Like some orcish chainmail, orcish great axes.
Yeah. Is that in the party loot? Yeah. I mean, you could try and fashion you something out of the chainmail. We already have it. We have the material, so. Or, you know, 2 orcish chainmail shirts, we can just make you a whole big suit of chainmail. If that improves your armor class standing.
I was looking to get a fine set of plates, and then I realized I was smoking crack when I looked at its price.
Yes.
Out of character, Merc is looking to upgrade to Splint.
The splint?
Yeah.
Okay, well, why don't we do some RP here?
Millie's essentially looking for any medicinal herbs that are not currently available in her town, which would probably have to get some from Tribor at bare minimum. Some general medical supplies, and incense if they have them.
Okay. What about you, Resig?
And potentially a medical book.
Not too much, because there was no smith or any kind of smithy facility even in the keep.
Correct.
Okay. He'd try and find at least some smith's tools and like start to build up some kind of a craft workshop of essentially in the keep. So anything that he can shove into the bag of holding and bring with any like materials and tools and things like that.
Okay. So it sounds like both you and Merc want to talk with the smithy.
Yes.
I'll go with him the whole time. Really doesn't
Here, go
mind.
with him. Okay. Well then, here, that'll make this easy. So you guys walk over to the smithy, who's currently hard at work making a hammer, just like a small handheld hammer. You get up to him. His back is turned to you, and he's sitting on a very low stool, in between getting up to like fan the bellows or smack a little bit of the hot steel with his smithing hammer, and then like splashing it around. He's got a very efficient work area all around him, and as he stands up, he doesn't gain much height. As you see an older male rock gnome who is moving back and forth. He has short curled brown hair. And he has smooth brown skin. He's only about 3'2". Has a bit of a round build as he moves back and forth between the stations of his smithy. His oval, slightly unremarkable face just is beaded with sweat and soot. And he takes, as you guys walk up, he takes a moment to inspect the new head of the hammer that he just created with these like golden eyes. He sets it down as you walk up. Oh, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. There we go.
Oh, well. How are each of you this morning?
Doing well, and you?
I'm doing just fine for an old rock gnome. The name's Bilgrim Nibis Felbinetix the Third.
I was gonna type that out, and then you started, and I was like, I don't know what you're doing to spell it.
You can just call me Bilgrim.
Pilgrim, you have quite a wonderful smith here. I haven't seen its likes in some time. I was wondering, we were wondering, we have recently come across a town nearby that is in need of some blacksmithing facilities. I was wondering if you had any spare tools that could be purchased, or know of somebody who may sell them.
Oh, what town would that be? Where are you from, stranger?
Not from there, but just recently came across good fortune there. Noanar's Hold.
A good fortune at Noanar's Hold. It's a bit of an oxymoron there, friend.
The Hunt Lords of previous age are no more. There's new management in town.
Aye, happy yourself then.
Amelia will nod.
Perceptive of you to come to that conclusion.
Merc will hold up the emblem on the hammer.
Aye, it was a wild guess. Bless your dragonborn friend has been holding up the whole time you've been standing here.
Just raving in the background, holding a hammerhead up.
Yeah. Well, the gods must be smiling on me this morning to have such important people grace my smithy. What is it I could do for you besides this? You say you need materials, smithing materials. You're starting a forge.
Yes. That's in hopes. For now, just collecting what we can and trying to get it established. But anything you have that can help build a forge and a good smithy.
Well, first you gotta have a place for the fire. Do you have something like that? At least.
We're starting from the ground up, Pilgrim.
Bones up operation. I see. Well,
Yes, sir.
he looks around. I've got some quite good machinery around here, but not much I can let go. Not much that would even help start a forge.
Well, it is quite an impressive set of tools and machines you got here. By chance, where would be the best place to get them?
You either want to make your way over to Tribor or to Everland. A few days ride away to the east from here.
I also can't help but notice. Appears you run the shop by yourself.
That is right.
Are you, by any chance, looking for an apprentice?
Haven't quite put much thought to it since the Johnson's boys quit last summer. But I suppose extra pair of hands around the forge would be mighty helpful. Why are you interested?
Well, I figure if we can find a lad or a lass who would be interested in it, you could train them up and hopefully they'd come home and bring that trade to us. Mutually beneficial.
Aye. Well, if you know of a sort that will help me, I'll gladly take him in for an interview.
We could also see about covering the apprenticing fees.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say it wouldn't be at like no advantage to you other than just the help. We'd want to compensate you for your many years of knowledge and experience.
Oh, the new hunt lords of Noanar's Hold are generous. Well, that's a breath of fresh air. I mean, and he looks around. They do have a sizable keep. I suppose that's owned by you now. Well,
Indeed. We need to do some patching.
There's some work involved, but...
Well, perhaps in that work you could take some of that stone structure and build yourself a forge that way.
That was the hope, but we'll see. We still have to find that's another task to find a mason, carpenters, tradesmen of all sort to help rebuild and expand, hopefully.
Do you happen to know of any that would be for hire in this area and willing to travel?
Ask around town. People come and go all the time. If not here, Everland for sure.
And a final question.
Please.
Are you capable of making splint mail?
I would need some material, probably what you have on your back already. But I think it's something that I could do, given the time.
And how long would that run you to do?
Probably have it done by tomorrow morning. I'd have to work on it all day.
Could we also see
wa-
about maybe getting a large ring for his tail? If you can see, there's a dent in it right now. Right around there is where we would need that to be all armored up. At least with something.
That's quite a vulnerable spot not to have armored up, friend. Is that something you're willing to take care of as well? I might be able to make small plates for the length of it.
Even if it was just like some gambeson or something of the nature, we just need it to be some padding there.
Anything door resistant, really.
Yes.
We do have those sets of chainmail. If you could repurpose them.
Chainmail would work as well as what you're wearing. Give me some time. Should be able to fashion you up something.
Would Merc be able to fit in one of the sets of the Orcish chainmail, at least temporarily?
Yeah.
So, because if you
Yeah.
leave your armor plus one set of the chainmail, we're gonna come back this way with everyone else. So maybe we could pick up the armor on the way back through.
Yeah, or we could
that's
just send a
cool.
rider.
Yeah, that's true too.
Options.
Send your lizard. Just show up with a note.
Well,
about
we
your
have
taxes
people
for me.
now. Yeah, we do have people, so we can just be like, "Hey, boy, here's 5 gold. Go take this horse. Go get this armor and come back."
I don't even feel like 5 gold would be necessary. That's probably over.
Yeah, I don't know how much like a courier would run, but yeah.
Probably like a silver.
He just comes running up. I got something. Your eyes only. He runs away. But I mean, what Sylvan just said is correct. If you guys are going to take on that job for Tamerlane, you do have to come back by here. So you could essentially just scoop that on your way. That's totally fine. So if you want to remove your armor, put on the orcish shits that we got.
Is it going to be like an actual downgrade, or is it just chainmail to chainmail?
It's just chainmail to chainmail.
Okay.
The only downside of it is that you're obviously wearing orcish armor. So some people might be like, ew, why are you wearing orcish armor?
Don't laugh even.
Okay, so splint mail plus the additional like chainmail esque
Tail cover.
tail stuff. Yeah, you're gonna be looking at like 300 gold.
And that's with us throwing in both sets of the old armor.
Yeah, because it's him having to work all day on it.
Well, so the part of that is a rush job, because in all honesty, we don't really need a rush job, because if we're going to leave here and go back to the town, we probably aren't going to come back this way for at least another day or 2. That means we'd be back in like 3 days minimum
at the earliest. Yeah,
because we still also have to wait to see if Zarag's people come back. So we have a few days. We don't need a rush job. As long as you have one of those sets of armor, we can give him the armor, the 2 axes, and just, not make it a rush. Save a little money, because we're not doing terrible for money. But
what are the axes for? Did you want axes?
No,
just material.
2 of the Orcish great axes, just raw materials.
Basically just grading.
Yeah.
Material.
Okay.
So he's getting up front, he'd get 1 set of chainmail, Merc's armor, 2 Orcish great axes, and then when we return for it, the second set of Orcish chainmail, which Merc would be using as a temporary armor, we could give that to him for compensation for the materials as well.
Okay, 150.
That is, Merc is just perfectly okay with that. If you guys want to haggle, yeah.
No, that's much better, because, yeah, I will fidget with the party loot a bit. And
I mean, that
150
was
sounds
just
good.
me listening to common sense. So good job there, Sylvan.
Hey, I know
Because
some
you are
sense.
giving him stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're Skyrimming it right now.
yeah.
Would he like some stones and rocks? 'Cause we also have gemstones.
It'd probably be the same as our attempts to trade the gemstones. They have to find a cutter or a jeweler or somebody who can actually convert it. So for now, we're better off using coin, and then when we get to a bigger
Gold.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could also use the gemstones for some embellishment if you want to look fancy now that you're a lord.
Yeah, I mean, you could.
How hard would it be to feed some gemstones into some splint?
I mean, if you've got the gemstones, I could do it, friend.
Merc kind of looks over. He goes, "We do have 6 stones. If we want to embellish our armor a little."
Well, Merc's gonna look a proper lord then. Yeah, we have 6.
Well, I was
Belt,
figuring one
bar
for
of
each of us.
stones.
Oh, there you go.
Um,
And do like a
Mer-
bracelet or something?
yeah, Merc was gonna ask, how much would and this is gonna be an odd request, a circlet cost?
Oh, a circlet. Not much. Especially if you have the stuff. Probably like 2 to 5 gold.
Merc will go. I would be willing to take it out of whatever cut comes from me in the future, Resig and Millie. I think we should do that.
A symbol for each of us.
Okay with that.
You want to do a circlet or a torque? Head or the neck?
I think iron circlet would do for me.
I'll take the torque. That's pretty much close to the same design. Just need a little clasp on it. I know you don't, because it's open in the front. So you just bring it around. So, yeah.
Any particular metal?
Nothing special. I could go with just a simple copper one. Or bronze.
I'd imagine silver would be good for Millie.
Yeah, I'd prefer silver, if that's all right.
Probably Adelaide as well.
Okay, so you guys want circlets or
Iron
torques made for
Iron for
the
Zoe.
lot of you?
We should probably ask them first,
Okay, well, we'll
so
do
we
the
don't make
3.
their decisions.
So, 1 bronze, 1 silver, and 1 iron. I'll take the torque, not the circlet.
So you give your order over to Bilgrim. He tells you with everything, and if he doesn't need to rush, it's gonna take him a couple of days, but he'll get started on it right away.
thank you.
Millie,
so
you
much.
wanted to search for what's it again?
So like kind of some basic medical supplies, potentially some like sewing stuff, and some incense and books.
Okay. Roll me just roll me a perception check.
Chips.
11.
Okay. So all you're gonna find here is just like your basic stuff, but they do have sewing,
Oh, and
like
herbs.
a
Sorry.
sewing
Yeah.
kit. They do have some basic herbs. But there's also a book on like field medicine, and inside of it, it's got like an identification guides of different roots and herbs, as well as different things you could do to address different types of injuries.
Do they have any like basic children learning books as well, or no?
No, just mostly like almanacs and stuff. Just this one book.
Okay.
That's in reference to that.
Okay, that's all
Merc,
good.
Merc will go, Millie, if you're wanting to write something for children, why not try to look for some ink and paper?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Millie could do something like that. Really, like my main objective is to make like a minor schoolhouse and then a medical center, just so like there's some basic education going on, and then
Oh, well then that book that I just explained to you would be a nice thing to have.
and then
Especially,
the field guide would be for whoever's going to be there when Millie's not around to be able to take
Mhm.
care of the medical stuff.
Yeah.
A reference, and then she's going to show them like basic like first aid and other things like that. Like, hey, if someone's got a fever, that's not leeches.
There you go. So you're gonna buy the book, some herbs, some sewing stuff, and some basic stuff. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Any
definitely
sort of bandages or anything like that.
Yeah, you can find plenty of that. Um, so purchasing all that plus the book is probably gonna run you about 15 gold. But the book, which can be used for anybody who uses it to make like a wisdom based check, like nature or survival or something like that, to try and like either pick herbs or roots or use them in some sort of medicine. They get advantage if they're using the book.
Okay. And then maybe some ink and paper. Do they have any of that?
They have a little bit of ink and paper.
And
Definitely
then
just
a
for
quill or
making
whatever.
like travel ledgers. Yeah, you can definitely add that in with the
Okay.
15 gold to include it.
Okay. Is that coming out of the party loot or mine directly?
That's
Up
for
to
the
you.
town. That can go from party.
Okay. I just don't want to double dip. Pull it from me and from that or something.
So how much was it? 15?
Yep.
I'll adjust it. And then while we're kind of searching around for everything Millie's got going on, Ressic will sort of be looking for traveling people who look like they're traveling, that look like businessmen, not just travelers, looking for some kind of artisans or some kind of tradespeople, as well as she's gonna keep her eye out for prominent, like a group of dwarven individuals or anything like that.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
All right. Perception. That's the wrong tab. Let's see how digital dice are gonna treat me today. Not good. That is a 14.
14. So I mean, again, you find a number of dwarves coming, walking around. Nothing like discernible groups of them or anything like that. But asking around, seeing if there's anybody like selling stuff, you do catch a guy who's coming out of a building. Back first, he's got like an oversized backpack. And as he turns towards you, you're face to face with this like older human man. He's got like the horseshoe balding of this brown hair. He's got sunspots forming on his head, and he's wearing very thick glasses. And he's just very frail looking. So much so you're not quite sure how he's holding this large bag that seems to double his size. Excuse me, miss. Didn't see you there.
Oh, good to see you, sir. You look like you're ready for quite the journey with all that you're carrying around.
Well, yeah. Gotta carry my wares everywhere I go.
Oh, your wares? You're a merchant of some sort?
Oh, yeah. And he taps his cloak and goes through a few pockets, and he pulls out like a crumpled up piece of paper. And you open it up, and it says Neville Forrester's Traveling Merchantry. That's me, Neville Forrester.
Well,
Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. You, sir, look like you've seen a lot of the world, and me and my companions have come to, well, we've come to become very important in the town of Noanar's Hold nearby. I know there's rumors, and Noanar's Hold has had some fairly unpleasant past experiences, but I guarantee you that the new leadership of the town is very different. And one thing that town could certainly use is a merchant. Even if it's every once in a while. A traveling trader would do wonderful things in that town.
Are you trying to trick me to go into a haunted town? That's not nice, lady. We just met each other.
Sir, I guarantee you, it's not haunted anymore. The haunting has ended. We are trying to
Give me a
rebuild the
persuasion
town
check.
to become something greater.
Am I done shopping, or is this done while I'm shopping?
This will be done later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For persuasion. Oh, good. A +1. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. That kind of sounds exactly like what you would tell somebody that about a haunted town, that it isn't haunted.
Well, I know it's hard to believe the rumors are no longer rumors anymore. Yes, it was haunted. I'm not denying that.
Very
I
hard to
swear
believe.
you
You're not
there's
convincing me at all.
I didn't think I was with that 6 that I rolled on persuasion. But sir,
It was horrible.
Would you like to use an order die?
would you?
You have one.
Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, oh, yeah, no. We have one. Well, there's nothing I can say to convince you otherwise. I personally would escort you there, and if I'm lying, I would escort you back as soon as I could.
He looks over this tall wood elf with armor and weapons adorning them. and there's a bead of sweat that comes onto his brow as he's just standing there, and he takes an audible gulp. I don't know who you work for, miss, but I don't want to die.
Sir,
I'm just a merchant. I travel places. I don't like to do wrong by anybody.
I would never try to hurt you. I
don't know.
My
I
name
kind of
is-
feel like I'm in a position where I can't get out. Like you're like, come to my town. It's not haunted, but I know it is, and then you're gonna escort me there. I feel like I'm being kidnapped. I'm developing Stockholm syndrome already.
Well, sir, there's nothing I can do to convince you of it. As he says this, he's going to definitely he's not going to pull out the weapon, but he's going to turn it away so the brand of the symbol on the head of the weapon is visible. I can at least send you on your way.
And now you're threatening
with
me
all
by
speed.
displaying your weapon.
No, sir. I'll send you away with all
I don't
speed
know what I did.
and wish you well on
Please
your
don't
journey.
take my money.
Vader, can I ask, can Merc see this?
No, where are you at? No.
He would have been in the middle, like, just in between them, so I was hoping Merc could see this. This would be great.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, yeah. Merc's known for passing these. That's an 8.
Yeah, no, you're getting like your tails measured for the tail segments of your armor while Millie is at the store and Rusty is out doing this, and this guy is now like bawling, like ugly crying. Please, I don't want. I'm just a merchant. I'm Neville
sir.
Forrester. I sell stuff. You can
Well,
buy something if you want.
I will
Just please don't
absolutely
make
buy
me go to
something.
the haunted town.
I will absolutely buy something from you. What do you have?
I have potions and scrolls.
Oh my goodness. I have a friend who would absolutely love some potions. What kind of potions do you have?
Healing and other modifications.
How long am I
Modifications?
shopping for?
Oh my goodness. Well, how much would your healing potions be selling for?
He sniffles. I have some of different strengths. If you don't make me go to that town, I will give you the basics for 40 and the graders for, well, for market price. I am running a business, after all.
Well, just for even showing me
That
your
boy goes
wares,
crying to like that's serious.
just for even taking the time to show me your wares, I will tack on a little extra gold to the purchase. How many of the regular healing potions do you have?
6.
My goodness. And the graders, what was the market price for those?
Sir, 150.
150.
I have 2 of those.
Well, let me pull up the wallet and see, and also confer with the masses. What would people say to buying a few potions?
I'd be down for that. I've got high charisma. Put me in, coach. I
You're at a different store.
want to shop here.
So 40 gold, 150 for the big ones.
I'm 100% okay with buying this guy. It's like red flavored water.
And
I'm waiting for these potions to be fake, and we're like desperately trying to drink them, and it's just like Kool-Aid.
Well, how about
Well,
Can the ATP from the sugar at least help?
it's like a little
Get real
boost of
sleepy.
energy.
Yeah, then he crashed so hard.
Well, I don't know what people would want, but I know I'd definitely take at least 3 of your regular healing potions for sure. And I'll give you an extra 10
All right.
gold just because I was not very polite.
I thought you were robbing me and were gonna kill me.
Oh no. I'm still getting used to my
Sure.
everything. Charms. Yes. My everything, really. So I will take
Could have
that
said
out.
skin. Skin would have been the best one.
Oh god, no. that would have
He
definitely
would be like,
not.
As your charisma check slowly becomes an intimidate.
Hey, I think I have advantage on those. No, I don't. I'm not scarred anymore.
We can
Hey,
we can fix that.
Pretty women can be intimidating too. Can I roll for pretty girl privilege?
Yeah,
Absolutely, with advantage.
I'll get the 3 healing potions. And
Okay.
Give an
If you're
extra 10.
adding 10 extra gold, it'll just be 130 for all of them.
All right. Looks kind of nice. Well, sir, I do have other friends who, because I personally don't really know how to use magic and scrolls and things, but I do have a friend. I promise you they're much nicer than me, and they will not threaten you. And they're in this town. They're just over there in a shop, right there.
And they have money?
We all have money. But again, I don't know what magic she knows. She's quite adept. I just don't know much about magic. I'm simple. Simple warrior. And that's it.
Oh, okay. Well, I was planning on leaving, but I guess if you wanna go get them, I'll
Just a few minutes,
go
sir.
change my pants, and I'll meet you back right over here.
All right. I will go fetch Millie. I found a guy selling potions and scrolls. I bought a few potions from him, but then I think I made him pee his pants because he thought I was trying to kidnap him and take him to Noanar's hold. And I said you'd be interested in buying scrolls. And maybe the other potions. I don't know how many we need. I only got 3 of the 8 he had.
Well, I'd be interested in chatting with him. What did you say that made him get so scared?
Well, he's a traveling merchant, and I figured that the people of the town would really appreciate having a merchant. Somebody new, bringing new things, stories, and potentially could spread the word of the growing town, and maybe more people could come in. But he apparently thought I was trying to kidnap him and take him to a haunted town. And I told him I would, he didn't believe me that it wasn't haunted. And I tried to convince him, and I said, if it's haunted, we'll escort you there. You can see it's not haunted. And I would walk him back here by myself. But he apparently believed I was trying to kidnap and murder him, and he thought I was threatening him with my weapon, even though I was just trying to show him the symbol on the head of the weapon. I'm sorry. I scared an old man.
I don't really think anything that you did there was wrong.
Maybe it's just he's
He's
very
just over there
old.
in the corner. Yeah.
I don't know. He's outside. Down on the corner there. You can see him. He's He's got a really big backpack.
Give me a perception check.
Who?
He gone,
Everybody.
isn't he? I'm rolling like trash tonight.
Hey, all right, that's 3 in a row. Out are coming the physical dice. Because
I got a 6.
rolling in single
Resting
digits.
with
Yeah.
resting as you point, he's over there on the corner. You guys look out, and all you see is a trail of dirt from this man as he's kicked it into hyperdrive, and he's now running comically off into the horizon.
Okay.
About how far away is
He, he's gone.
Is he within 240 feet? Because I could freeze his feet
sniper.
to the ground.
Oh my god.
Well, I have 35
I would
feet
like
of
to do a
movement,
check
and I
on the
can cast
potions.
Long Strider on myself, so I can get going faster. It takes me a little while to catch 'em.
Is it an Arcana check, or how do I check if these potions are legit? Medicine?
It's like, he sold me these.
Yeah, you can do medicine or Arcana. I'll take either or.
All right, can I guidance that?
Sure.
All right, we're gonna guidance ourselves, and we're gonna check. Let's see which is higher, Arcana or medicine? Arcana. At 19. Are these legit?
They are all legit.
All right. Well, at least they're legit. You just scared the living bejesus out of him.
He just wasn't about to stick around with this scary lady to go get her friend.
Hey, I'm not.
Hey, you pointed to me. I'm not intimidating.
That was the persuasion check roll coming into play.
That was.
So you got
dumpster fire
potions,
coming
but
into
you
play.
scared him. You scared him off. Thusly, looks like he's heading east. Though I'll give you guys that.
Oh, well, I mean, I could probably still catch
That's
him.
the way we gotta go anyway. I'd like to look at his scrolls if that's an option.
He's gone. He's
I'll
gone.
give Resic haste for this.
Your persuasion check was not good enough to keep him around. He's gone. You'll have to
Just
find
imagine
him.
Resic using his Swift Strider, hasted, running after this poor man.
Yep.
He gets far away. He starts just slowing down. He's like, oh, lost him.
Just that'd be.
What's that sound? Turns around. Oh my god!
That's 100.
I'm rapidly approaching, and I'm 20 meters away. I'm rapidly approaching, and I'm 2 meters away.
yeah.
180 feet per round.
Bogey detected.
Imagine Merc is like having tea with the blacksmith. Like blacksmith's like tinkering with like the sizing, and Merc's just like sitting there drinking a cup of tea. Waved at the merchant as he ran by.
Yeah, he just like
Good day to you, sir.
blowing by. Good lord.
If they were fake, I was gonna freeze his feet to the ground.
No, I wouldn't do that to you
I'm
guys.
kidding.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I am unconvinced.
Is there anything else you knuckleheads would like to do in this town before you head back?
Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. No, cancel.
Roll a 1, apparently.
So Millie just says, fuck these people, and straight up Sub-Zero's one.
I didn't mean to click it.
So
It's just some little girl that's like, la 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 la. Smashes into little tiny pieces.
I need Reams binding frost. I'll freeze everyone.
We could send
I wanna
messengers
show
to
that-
Everland and Tribor and see if we can establish some kind of connection. And Belliard too, but they didn't have much of anything either.
Bellyard was just food, right?
Yeah, it was just like that was where we took over the inn for a night, and we're making them venison stew, and Resic was playing music.
Yeah, that's the town whose inn is pretty much just ran on the honor system.
Sorry, Sergeant casually dropped the heraldry, and I'm like, we should display that on the stream so everybody can see it.
Hey,
'Cause it's
it's
really
just-
cool.
I need to
What? I'm
finish
not
it.
getting casual drops.
I don't
Table.
hesitate to praise good work.
That is very
I need
Just
to
throw it
finish
in
it.
general.
There was just a question.
No, it's too late.
Just throw it in general.
That is very cool.
Dude, sick. That's dope.
So I got color it now.
Is the raptor's leg sticking up? And why?
Jumping.
Why not?
Uh.
He said, "Yeah."
He's kung
That's
fu
how they get you,
fighting.
man. They have that big ass claw. They have that big ass claw. They use their legs for something. All right. Yes. Anything else you three knuckleheads want to do, or are we heading back?
Merrick has to
Noanar
spend
solo.
10 minutes summoning Bluey Tui.
Bluey
Chewy.
Chewy.
Bluey Tui.
It's like, hey, Dad. I don't know what blue sounds like. They're like Australian or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Something more
So
akin to,
Bluey Tui is actually green. It's a green drake. They're all just
What
gonna
are
be
you
bluey from now on, but they're
Just
all
call
gonna
it
be like
blue
different
green.
color.
Hey, what are you doing?
Uh,
Okay, so
As
the
it
three of
stands
you.
now, yeah, I don't think there's anything that Resic can possibly fuck up anymore. Well, there is probably, but
Sylvan, your wife is gesturing towards you.
She said, "Make me a sandwich."
that's what I'm trying to
He
do.
walked away, and I just see
I
her
literally
waiting.
told him to make me a sandwich.
Cut it into triangles.
Now she needs a lighter though, for other reasons.
There you go. She wants you to toast her sandwich while she toasts herself. A little toastage.
Give me hands.
All right, Ressig, Merrick, and Millie once again set out on the winding road. Clip clapping all the way. Meanwhile, back in Noanar's hold, the caravan pulling into town. This long parade of these bipedal lizard creatures pulling these large carriages behind them that are covered in this tarp-like material. You can hear groans and grunts and snorts from underneath as they move, but you also hear them from the people, the pack animals, some of which are carrying the larger. This is one very large cage in the center of them all. In total, there's about 8 carriages here, plus personal carriers that kind of match it. There's a banner that flies off of the tallest carriage that is covered with a dark, like iron tarp, essentially. Like it seems there's been magic to reinforce the material to not only keep people from peeping inside, but possibly keep whatever's inside in there. But maybe you come outside, Zurag, as this caravan is walking by you, and you can smell the animals as they move by, and the people who are riding on top of the carriages or on their own, you've seen them. Adelaide has summoned some. They're all like essentially riding on raptors, and there's this one singular carriage in front of them all that is kind of surrounded by a garrison of people. It's a very elegant looking carriage that is being pulled by a team of really expended. No? There's a word I'm trying to say.
Splendid.
Resplendent. Dinosaurs. They're like a cross mix between like a raptor and a stegosaurus. So they have like these crazy armored plates that move down a rather agile body. And in between all these iron plates are big tufts of multicolored feathers that come out that adorn all the way from the tip of their nose down through their head and down to the body to the very tip of the tail, where there's a large plumage of almost like peacock colored feathers. They're really beautiful. This team pulls behind it a elegant red colored, like a crimson mahogany colored carriage. There are windows, but they are all grayed out, so the only thing you see is some very faint signs of a silhouette of the people that are inside. And as that carriage goes by, you see about three silhouettes in there. But as they move by, it's kind of, unless you're walking next to it, you don't get to really discern who's inside. But everybody that's on outside and visible is of different make, but they all seem to, not all, but some of them seem to look like just like Adelaide does. Like their skin tone is about the same, and like their hair color, it seems to be like a regional type of thing. You see just similarities. And all these people, the one thing they have in common seems to be that they are very attuned with these beasts. There's nobody that's like having to whip anyone into line or anything like that. As soon as like one of the creatures starts, they just put their hand up gently and it pulls right back in the line. But eventually this stops. With that first carriage just lining up with the inn.
Okay. So to me, it just looks like they're just passing through town, right? Nobody's...
Yeah, it looks like they've stopped, and as you look, you can see down by the inn. We'll put you back over. So you were essentially like watching from like over here, like this kind of overlooks. It's on a bit of a hilltop and overlooks. So you were looking down as they were coming in through here, and you watch this caravan snake all the way to the east and then go up to the north. And then that first carriage, the one with the really resplendent looking dinosaurs on the front, has stopped in front of the inn, and it seems now that people are getting out.
Knowing what Adelaide told him, Zurich's probably not going to go out and like try to draw any attention to himself, and unless somebody comes and gets him, he's probably not going to try to engage. He just figures that they're just passing through town.
Okay, so you just hang out at the keep?
He doesn't really have any
Okay.
reason to run out there.
Well, there's about 20 minutes when you hear Somebody banging on the keep door. Hello? Is there a hunt lord on the premises? Hello?
That's his cue. He'll walk up, open the door. I guess
you have
that's
to
me.
you have to push Jeeves aside, who's got a dagger ready. He's like, I'll get him.
No, none of that, Jeeves. It's over with, remember?
He looks disappointed. But he gets out of the way and he opens the door. And there's this like teenage boy who's a little out of breath because he ran here, but he's like, oh, thank the gods. There's somebody at the inn asking to speak with authority around here.
Zureg looks around. I guess that's me.
Would
lead
Adelaide
the way.
hear this?
You're your way down in that old dungeon.
I would say that you should tell Jeeves to let Adelaide know.
Yeah. Go tell Master Adelaide that I'm being summoned to the inn.
Okay, I might. It's almost my lunchtime.
Oh, what's for lunch today?
A peanut butter and spider egg sandwich. Would you like one?
No, I'm headed to the inn. Maybe I'll get some lunch there.
All right, I'll put one under your pillow for later.
I'd appreciate it, Jeeves.
Little dirt for the dirt man too.
Exactly. So you leave and this teenage kid fucks off because you know where to go. And you walk to the White Hart Inn, and inside you can hear it's rather noisy. There's a lot of raucous activity going on in here, and as you walk in, you see that everybody seems to have, if not at least one, they have two hands filled with beer. It seems that they have wheeled in some of their own barrels and have started distributing to those who are inside. And as you walk inside, some guy just kind of slams a drink right into your chest for you to grab it. And as you come in, you see the barkeep is over there. Oh, and he sees, he's like, oh, over here. And as you make your way, you see that sitting in front of him, kind of just the calm amongst the room, just sitting there drinking some, it looks like it's like some brandy. He's just like slowly moving it around and sipping it, and you see he's like really just enjoying the drink. He's got his eyes closed, but you see this lizard folk who is dressed in I got a picture of him. Hold on. He's in here somewhere. I gotta find him. There he is. He is a like a bluish tint with like a whiter underbelly to his scales. He wears just modest like studded leather with some iron implements inside of it or kind of laced through it. White tunic and bluish pants. And he's just currently has his large clawed hands wrapped around this cup of brandy. And as you approach, Mr. Dow, I forgot the bartender's voice, but he's Mr. Dalro. This is Zureg, one of the hunt lords. He'll be one of the people you want to talk to. And this lizard man opens up his eyes, and they're like these emerald green eyes that almost have like a yellowish hue to the rim of them, and they're just wild to look at as he just kind of stares at you. And he turns and offers a clawed hand to shake yours.
He'll reach out and shake his hand.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you, Zorag. I am Ephraim Talror. I'm looking for a place to spend a few days. I wouldn't mind, we wanted to trouble you and ask you if you wouldn't mind us setting camp outside the outskirts of town. We've had a long journey this way. A long journey still to go. We just want to rest our feet.
Well, I know how that goes. I think that's fine with me, and I think fine with the rest of my party.
Are the rest of your party here? I heard there were
no.
5 hunt lords.
The rest of them went to a nearby town. They should be back in a few days.
Well, I look forward to meeting them.
Can you tell me more about yourself? Where are you guys from?
We come from a long way down south. Things are a bit warmer.
You wouldn't happen to have run into any other nomads or anything on your way here, would you?
No, nothing but a few foolhardy bandits and brigands. People trying to enforce their own highway taxes. Other than that, it's been a rather smooth ride. Rather boring one, to be exact.
Were you hoping for something less boring?
In my line of business, excitement is what pays the bills.
Are you a mercenary?
No. I do not get my kicks off selling my life for coin to swing a sword around for somebody who can't do it themselves. No, I'm more so in the entertainment business. I host and direct, well, we'll call them events that people pay quite a pretty penny to see.
Adelaide didn't really tell Zureg any details or anything about this, right? She
No.
said,
Yeah, she said, don't tell him I'm here. That's why we're so far north this time of year. Usually we'd wait till summer, but there's a big event going on soon. We have some trades we wish to make before we make our final destination. We're hoping for a wonderful bout of, well, events, for lack of a better term. Perhaps if you're willing to allow us during our stay here, we could set up a small stadium of sorts, a coliseum. And we could put on a show for you and your people here. From the looks of it, it seems like they could use the upbeat and attitude. They were practically begging to be cheered up when we walked in here.
It's only been a few days since we took over, but we're hoping to change that.
Well, nothing brings a community together than games.
As far as the decision making, I'll have to wait until the rest of my party members get here, unfortunately.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I wouldn't dare dream of doing a business deal such as this if all parties weren't here and represented. But if you were to be so kind as to offer your fields to us for a couple of nights, I shall tell my people to make camp. And when your comrades arrive, you can send somebody and we'll set up a meeting.
Sounds good. As long as you guys remain like this, and he just looks around and everybody's just kind of happy and cheerful, I guess, and he's like, we shouldn't have any problems.
This is how we are everywhere we go. We bring excitement, merriment to the folks. You'll see. You let us set up this coliseum. You'll see. But don't let me twist your arm. He stands up, finishes his drink, offers his clawed hand out to shake yours again.
Shake his hand.
He shakes it, puts some money onto the bar. Way too much for just one drink. And he starts to walk away. And he gets a couple of feet away and he's like, by chance, would you be traveling with a halfling? Or dwarf, rather?
We used to have a halfling. He's an elf now.
Curious.
Kind of chuckle.
I misspoke. I meant the dwarf. Brown hair, rather tannish skin.
Technically, Merc
She,
was also a type of dwarf, too.
He used to travel with the dwarf, and now he's a dragonborn.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, he'll probably just say that.
Okay. Never mind then. And he just turns and walks out the door.
Technically speaking, the Jiren, was it? He was a dwarf too, and he's no longer a part of our party.
He was taken and eaten by Sasquatch.
What was No, Barris was a tiefling. I was about to say, damn it, was he another dwarf?
No. He was a tiefling, and we had a human with... Oh god, what was the other guy's name?
Linus.
Linus.
Yeah,
Vader's like, I
Linus.
need to take a puff for this.
It's stressing me out.
Zorag will probably turn back to the bartender, I forget his, or the innkeeper, and just, I guess, ask for whatever they have for luncheon while he's eating. Just tell him to keep him informed of everything that's going on.
All right, here's your peanut butter and spider egg sandwich.
I wonder where he was getting these. Didn't think there was any peanut butter in the keep.
There isn't.
Been making him at night, I know he is.
You've been coming in here making PB&J.
I think that's worse than the spider egg portion when you say there's no peanut butter in the keep. I'm like,
he's just gonna look around at everybody and just there's nobody that he would recognize, right? So,
Nope.
kind of just he'll toast everybody, just say, have a good time, because he knows that the morale boost would really help around here too.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Adelaide, you still getting your bones? You're muted.
How long do I have? Like another 7 hours?
Yeah. I just didn't know if you want to come up for anything.
No, I figured if there is something wrong, Zurag will come and get me or tell me. So,
Okay, I
but
like
I'm
it.
keeping an eye out hearing Resig's name.
Okay. All right. So while you're gathering up all these bones, you kind of doing your best to clear some of the sludge away from the bottom. You're getting, you get the majority of the ones you need in the main area. That's where a lot of the bigger ones are. You've summoned some animals to help you move stuff over into piles and stuff like that. So you clear like that main area pretty quickly, and you start having to go further in into the tunnel system here to grab more bones, and they seem to go down pretty far. And you get maybe about like 100 feet past the very edge of where the main cavern is. You get about 100 feet. Give me a perception check.
Another natural 20?
So, as you get this far, you hear it before, you hear its echo before you actually hear it. But it sounds like a little whistle of wind coming down this tunnel, and then you can feel like a brief moment of just like fresh air that hits you. And then you smell like the smell of like a cold forest kind of permeating down.
I'm just feeling the fresh air. I'm gonna keep moving forward. Just to see if it like opens up to the forest or just to see what it is.
You move forward, and I'll say with that natural 20, as you get about 100 more feet, you're just about to take a step, but then like you stop right in front of what looks to be like just a continuation of the path, but it feels like there's something in front of you. And it's like you get like right up to your nose and you kind of look to the right and to the left, you can see like this almost indistinguishable ripple of the air in front of you.
Can I push my hand in there to see?
Yeah, you push your hand in there and it kind of ripples outward like it's made of liquid, but your hand does not feel wet. But as you stick your hand through, it does feel cold.
I'm gonna move forward.
Step forward. All of a sudden, that cold feeling just running up your arm as you keep it forward, eventually going up to your shoulder and then to your face as your whole body comes through, and you're standing in the midst of a forest. The area behind you, while it's shimmering as you're kind of partially through, as you keep stepping forward, it gently stops and looks like just the regular forested terrain, snow and all.
So it's like an it's like an entrance and like a out from the keep.
You don't know? Do you try to walk back in?
Yeah.
Okay. You go to walk in, and you pass right through it. As you do so, whatever you have the Hunt Lord sigil on kind of alights for a moment as it like goes through the magic, and then as you step through it, waves back and almost solidifies. You get the idea that only a Hunt Lord could use this.
I look at it from the outside. Does it just look covered, or it just looks like
Yeah,
a
as soon as you walk through it, and it's not like it's not rippling anymore. It to the naked eye, it just looks like terrain.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to collecting my bones, knowing that there's an out, and then um that only like a hunt lord can come through here. So I'm not scared. So I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. Keep an eye on for Zurag if he has something going on.
All right. Well, let's go to our traveling trio. You guys make your way back, riding at a steady pace. Roll me a D100, the threes. Actually, just one of
nodded.
these.
33!
All right, Merrick rolled it. All right. Your as you guys are traveling back between Calling Horns towards Nonar's Hold, it's about 3 hours in when you are going through a few of these kind of like jutted up rocky hills that form barriers on the side of the trail that you guys have to make your way into. As you guys are riding through, the area seems to be rather quiet, but go ahead and make me a perception check.
I got this.
Oh,
I rolled an 11, but that's a 10.
I rolled an 11.
I got a 7.
Okay. As you guys are riding through this, the sun's kind of gone down a bit as you're about halfway through your travels. And you're just riding, kind of have to go into a single file line here. What is our marching order?
Vasa could go first. Since he can see in the dark.
Yeah, we'll put Merc at the back, Millie in the middle.
Okay.
Okay. Well, as you guys are riding through this little rocky area where you have to go single file, you start to hear little bits of pebbles start to trickle down the side of the rocky faces of the hills around you, and you start to look around to see if anything's moving around you, but no matter where you look, you don't see anything, but you can still hear little trickles of these pebbles rolling down from both sides, and kind of in front and behind you, and it just seems to be playing with your senses because it's also echoing off of this little corridor here. And as you guys are just pushing forward, not able to turn around here, you hear a loud, piercing roar as a pair of crag cats jump at you. And let's see. So does a 18 hit you, Ressig?
Hits.
Okay, so as this thing pounces at you and attempts to knock you off your horse, I need you to make a strength saving throw,
Groovy.
and you take 7 points of slashing damage
Okay.
as this happens.
And you said strength saving throw.
Yep.
That is 24.
All right, 24. So you're able to hold on to this to the reins as this cat pounces at you and tries to knock you down. Then a second one hops at Merc for a 22 to hit you.
22 hits.
All right. You take 4 points of slashing damage, and I need a strength saving throw.
That'll be a natural 20 for 26
Okay,
total.
very nice,
Merc
very
got
nice.
a natural 20? What?
Yeah! No way I'm getting badass points ever.
So let me just bring up just a standard old battle map here. So we got Millie in the middle, Pressig in the front, and then Mark in the back. Maybe it'd be like right here. Alright. Bring you guys over here.
Big fluffy kitty.
Yeah.
Are these tameable?
I mean,
I would like a new
can
pet.
try. So essentially, like, here's like a wall. So that's about what you guys are working with size-wise to move. This wall carries on over here.
I should have had that cat roll with disadvantage.
Well,
That's
we'll
what my
remember
hammer
next
does.
time. Emma! Do this. Change the music. All right. 2 of these crag cats have jumped down. They look hungry. Claws bloodied, and the one that just struck out at Restig, almost forcing you down from your horse. I need everybody to roll for disorder.
What kind of power is this?
Ooh, wow. Pretty good.
I'm
on
gonna
initiative
spend.
this time.
I'm gonna spend 2 disorder dice to reroll my initiative. All right, didn't do me any good, but hey, that's how you play the game. You guys get to. Oh, all right, Restig, you are first to act. You're on your horse. This cat wants to eat both of you.
All right. And this is, oh my God, my brain just stopped working. It's like a box canyon. It's not a ledge on one side.
Correct.
Okay. Resig is going to jump off of his horse and onto the cat.
Okay. We have rules for this.
Yes, and I always forget where to find him.
The campaign page on D&D Beyond.
Yep. And as I leap off of the horse, because I don't want to squash it, I will use my giant smite shift in midair. I'm digging through.
You're getting big?
I'm getting big.
Oh, then you're not going to be able to jump on the thing.
Oh, well then I will stay small. And I will jump onto
Yeah,
the
to
back
climb
of this thing.
onto a bigger creature.
Yeah, it has to be a bigger
It has to
creature.
be, yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
so... Oh, I just saw it. Climb on bigger creature. Smaller creature uses strength or dexterity check contested against your dex. Okay.
Yep.
This is... it's not a action or anything, right? It's just part of my movement.
It is. The smaller creature uses its action to make
Oh,
a
okay.
strength, athletics, or dexterity acrobatics.
There's what I'm looking for. Yep. My brain. I got it. Athletics. +7. Ooh. See, this is why I like physical dice. That's a 26.
26 versus my 13.
Alright. So,
You are now on this cat.
alrighty then. I will then just
I think you're right there.
try and basically get behind its head and grab a hold and just try, like, it's not my action, but basically just trying to, like, pull it back away as much as I can to try and get its attention away from everyone else.
I got you. All right. Millie!
Clay is going to cast Bless on all of us.
I like that.
Get blessed.
Is the orange section a mountain as well?
Yeah, it's like you have to climb up it if you want to get out. Like there's a ledge up here, but it's essentially a wall.
Okay. That'll be it.
Okay. Oh, Merc.
Mert, seeing Resig have a whole lot of fun, is going to jump off Bluey at the cat. And that's athletics or acrobatics check.
Yep.
1d4. Hey up! Now that'll be a 25.
Blesses for attack rolls and saving throws.
That'll be a 24.
But that's still better than what I rolled. So you hop on similarly to Resig onto this cat.
And then he'll instruct Bluey to dodge.
Okay. All right. Well, the one you just hopped on is going to try to rake a claw onto you. That is going to probably hit 21 to hit.
Just want to double check the Ven rune. Okay, no, that'll hit.
Okay, that is 11 points of slashing damage. And I need you to make a dexterity or an acrobatics or athletics to hold on.
I'm gonna go with athletic.
What is going
That's a
on?
25 with a natural 20.
Yeah, this thing slashes across you,
hell?
does max damage, like catches you with like all of his claws and rips into your scales. You feel the warm blood start to like pour down your shoulder, but you remain on. This thing over here that's dealing with Restig is gonna try to do the same thing. Gonna try to claw him off its back, but misses with a 7. Restig pulls more of a narrow, lither body up into the fur as this claw just misses past her ear, whips through the air. All right, Restig, it's your turn.
Now that I am here, I will basically continue to grapple it and try and like hold. Basically, I'm trying to get it away, its head away, and pointy ends and bits away from the horse. And Millie and well, Merc's got his own problems. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna heave on it and try and basically turn it, force it to turn aside. A grapple check or whatever
Alright.
you want. That.
It'll be opposed athletics.
All right, let's go. Big numbers. That's not as big, but what's that? A plus 7. Brain. 19.
19's way better than what I rolled. So you're able to start pulling this thing. We'll say you can move at half movement.
All right. Yeah, basically just pulling it and yanking it back down the thing.
Okay, so pow, pow, and we'll yeah, that'll work. We'll put you behind it
Since I'm on its back.
to show that that way it shows that you're pulling them that way.
Okay.
Okay.
And then, excuse me, bonus action. I will pop the. He'll activate the rune on his armor, and pop the hill rune. So that'll resistance.
Right. Good old res. All right, Millie. You hear the struggle behind you. You feel like the warm spray of blood, maybe a drop, sprays out and hits you as Merc crawls out. Restig has wrestled this other crag cat and is handling it up to your northeast. So what do you do?
Millie will express that she would like to keep them. She's just like, we could have, guardians for the keep or new mounts. So she's just like, hey, maybe we don't kill them. And then you said Merc got wounded?
Yep.
Millie will. You know what? I'll cast Aid on the 3 of us. What's the difference here? There's cast and healing. Which one am I supposed to click?
Cast.
Okay.
That's 5.
So each one of us gets an extra 5. point. And then I will, I'm gonna go up a little bit and grab the reins of Ressig's horse so it doesn't freak out and try to keep it
Alright.
calm.
Alright, give me an animal handling.
Nine. I'm not gonna,
Nine
like,
is-
aggressively do anything. I'm just gonna hold its reins
Yeah.
until it doesn't ride away.
It is spooking because of what's going on, but you grab the reins, and it seems like doing so will give you another chance next turn.
Okay.
But right now it is kind of whinnying and kind of stamping its hooves down a bit. It's
Okay.
nervous.
And that's where I'll end.
All right, Merc. You just got sliced open. You feel the aid from Millie, but this thing is still buck wildin'.
No, we're gonna channel divinity for conquering presence. I believe that gets both cats. Even if I was like, say, on there,
I'm
I should still.
gonna say with you on him and being thrashed around, I'm gonna rule that I'm gonna need you to roll a perception check to see if you can get this other one. Just because you're currently riding around on a threshing cat.
That was a 3 for a 2.
Yeah, so you can only get this one. You have to focus on this one, it seems.
Jugman is.
Alright, I'll still do conquering presence. So it needs to make a wisdom saving throw. I believe it's like a 13 or something. It's not super high.
I got a 5.
So it is now frightened of Merc. And for sure in Merc's aura, so it cannot move, and it takes psychic damage equal to half my level every turn. Yeah. Yep. Alright. Bonus action, because Merc doesn't like ever getting hit, we will cast Shield of Faith on ourselves.
And what feature do you say is not allowing him to move?
The aura.
Okay, I got you. Yeah. If it's frightened of you, speed is reduced to 0. Okay. Alright. Well, that is going to be his turn, and now he's frightened of you. He's still going to try and thrash
He'll take
you
4
off.
4 points of damage.
That's fine with me. He's still going to try to swipe you off. Just going to do so with disadvantage. He's going to miss. But then he's going to run.
He can't.
Oh yeah, you can't move. So that's good. That's all he's doing. This guy over here is going to try and claw Ressig as well. For a dirty 20.
That will hit.
That is 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Give me an acrobatics or athletics.
16.
16. Alright. As he swipes you, he grabs his claw, gets hooks on your armor, and pulls you down with it. With a 16, you're able to flip to your feet. So you're no longer on it, but you are not prone.
All right. End of his
And
turn.
it like shakes.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
It shakes like its fur, loose now that it doesn't have you on it, and it just it steps forward with its like reddening front paws, and snarls at you with these long, jagged teeth.
Alrighty then. I am at the end of his turn. You see almost instinctually as he kind of hits the ground and rolls backwards, this big cat in his face. He's going to use his reaction to use the stone rune on the shield. I believe it's a stone. Yes. I need a wisdom. Excuse me, wisdom saving throw. And oh hey. So I basically I use an order dice to make it disadvantage. Oh.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So you would say I'm gonna spend an order dice to give that disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So DC 15.
Yeah, I failed.
Okay. So how do I use it? Like that.
Yep.
So he is now, or it is now charmed for the next minute. Seems like a good use of that to me.
All right, charmed.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's your turn.
Is there enough movement on the side here to get around him, or either side?
Yeah, you can
Pop the
kind of
potion.
scoot around them. Sound like it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I'm basically trying to just get back to the horse, going around the south and then over.
Oh, hold on. He gets to make that again at the end of his turn. That wisdom save.
That was the end of his turn that he got charmed.
Oh, okay,
So
I caught
the
up. In addition,
next
when
turn.
it ends its turn, I got you.
Yeah.
I caught up.
Yeah, that
All right,
happens
you're
at
good.
the end of his turn. Getting back to the horse and trying to regain control of it.
All right, give me animal handling.
I don't think that's very good. +3. That's an 11.
An 11. Does a 30-20 hit you as it rears up and kicks out?
Yeah, that'll hit.
You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you're kicked by this unruly horse.
Jesus. It took more damage from the fucking horse.
They're vicious creatures. All they want is to kill.
Yeah. You need a spectral mount.
You hear a sudden ticking inside the horse.
Oh, hell no. Then if the horse is being quite such a pain in the ass, I will step back up to the cat and just basically put myself between it and everybody else.
Should I give the horse that opportunity to attack? I'm just kidding.
I'm still within its melee
Yeah,
range.
no, you're kidding. I'm just fucking around. Millie,
Millie is
horse is getting unruly.
Millie's gonna go under her back and she's gonna pop a potion of animal friendship.
Oh shit.
All right.
She has those, by the way.
A long time.
Throw animals at us, we're gonna make them ours.
And Millie's gonna talk to the horse and ideally talk to the cats as well.
All right. So you're gonna have to do one at a time. So the horse.
We'll calm the horse down first.
Calm the horse. All right. So
Oh,
it's gotta make a
buddy.
wisdom save. It's a 19 on the die. So this is
So he at least can talk, right? So if you're like, hey,
Yeah.
little buddy.
He's like, let go of this cat! You don't see him? They're tearing people apart! Why are you holding me? Run! Run, everybody, run! Nay! Nay! Run!
They've got it under control. You're safe. It's okay.
There's blood over there! Nay!
I got this. Don't worry. They've got this. Everything's gonna be okay.
Alright, anything else on your turn?
Just trying to calm the horse down, because I'm assuming that's an action.
Yeah, to drink that, and well, yeah. Give me another animal handling.
Does this give me advantage on that or no?
It would have if you guys already had 2 bad rolls with this horse. So we gotta get you back to that status. So right now you're flat.
Okay. Oh my god. Can I roll physical die? I haven't rolled over it's like a 7.
Order die.
Yeah, you
Order
can spend
die?
an order die. Yeah, if
Okay.
you wanna.
Does that still means re-roll, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, little buddy.
That's
Yes.
better.
Yes. I got 18.
All right. He starts to like really look at you and kind of assess the area, and he's getting less and less agitated. And he's like, "All right, all right, all right, all right. But if they get close, I'm running."
Okay. Well, they shouldn't. It'll be fine.
All right. Merc.
Merc is going to take his
Why
arms.
are you frightened?
This is usually Merc's scared of life. Merc's gonna take like his arms. And he's just gonna armbar the cat around the neck. He's just gonna start whispering in its ear. Shh. As he starts strangling it.
Okay. Let's go opposed athletics here.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Or I will put you to sleep.
That'll be a 17 total for Merc.
That is a 21 for this thing. So as you go to put it in a chokehold, it thrusts its shoulders forward real quickly, and you slip off. No longer on it.
Well, Merc is going to stand up, stare at it in the eyes. It's not going anywhere. Trapped in here with me. That'll be his turn.
Okay. All right. Well, he can't move, but he's thrusted you off. He is gonna do like a cornered animal. He's gonna reach out and bite you.
Disadvantage.
7 to hit you.
No, sir. He'll also take 4 points of psychic damage.
Alrighty.
Oh wait, I think I heal that, don't I? I need to double check. No, I don't heal that yet. I think that's a later feature for Conquest Paladins, is they heal the fear.
Okay, he's gonna make that wisdom save at the end of his turn.
DC 15.
I'm gonna spend a disorder dice to reroll. Uh, 15. He's out of it.
All right.
That's not the one. Yours.
Yeah, mine
No.
mine should be like 13.
Yeah.
Oh,
So this one's no longer frightened. Now I'm charmed by you. Can't do anything towards you.
Nothing. You're charmed, and I believe it's incapacitated. I'll scroll back up and see. Yep, you have a speed of 0, and you are incapacitated. In a
Okay, let me
dreamy
roll.
stupor.
Let me roll a wisdom save at the end. I'm gonna spend another disorder dice. Fail.
Oh, sweet little kitty.
All right. Resty, that's your turn.
As it's kind of incapacitated in a dreamy stupor, Ressig is gonna reach into the bag of holding, pull out a haunch of elk meat, and just stick it in its mouth.
Okay.
Big fat haunch of smoked elk meat. Or cured, whatever the hell we did with it.
Alright, I like it. Give me a animal handling with advantage.
Alright. +3. That is a 19.
Alright. This cat seems to be pretty interested in this haunch.
Alright. If that's my action, I will bonus action get Giant's Might to get big. And then just sit there and just like... I heard Millie say she wants to try and tame it, so I'm just trying to like calm it down as best I can. Just
Yeah,
patting
right
it,
now it's
feeding
doing
it.
that like it's doing that like wildcat thing where it's like eating and somebody's by it. You just hear and like the occasional hiss and the baring of fangs as it can sense your presence, but it's just currently eating this haunch.
I think I'd need
All right,
to be
Millie.
over here to not squash the horse. Technically.
The horse is dead. He blows up.
Ah, hell no.
Horse is notorious for doing that.
Alright.
Millie, that is your turn.
Alright, so I guess we're gonna start with the cat that's happier than a lark, eating the deer haunch, as I've calmed down the horse. And I'm just gonna, well actually, maybe I don't want to interrupt the eating. Nah, it'll be fine. I'm gonna go, like, I'm gonna, you know, kind of talk to the cat, and I'll be like, hey there, kitty. You enjoy the food? There's more where that came from if you're willing to be nice with us.
Give me a animal handling or persuasion.
Is that either way going to be advantage with the animal friendship thing, or no?
I will allow it.
Persuasion's my best bet. So, hey there, kitty. I can't roll for Pete.
You have
Yeah,
order
that-
dice.
I'm gonna use an order die. I want it to love me.
Do you use that to reroll the entire roll or just one of the dice?
Just one. Whatever you get on this is what you get.
That's better. 19.
19. The cat that's chewing on this haunch seems to be maybe not receptive, but just aware and not being so pissy about you being in its space. Alright.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the one with Merc is a different story.
Second verse, same as the first. We're gonna use Channel Divinity on Conquering Presence on this one cat.
That is a 18.
For sure passes. Bonus action. By bonus action, Merc is gonna go. Do we need both cats or one?
I'd like both, but one would be better than nothing.
I imagine Merc says this while like the other cat's like clawing at his shield.
Yeah.
Merc will go, I'll see what I can do! Yeah, that'll be his turn.
Okay. The cat is going to. Going to. What do I want it to do? It's going to rush past Merc and Millie. Gripping onto the walls in places where it needs to get right up here.
Yeah, Merc and Bluey will hit it. Or try to.
That part.
Attacks of opportunity good?
What?
Or attacks of opportunity good to go?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't have like any ability or something. Bonk.
Yeah, fly by.
14 for Merc.
14 hits.
It's being a bad cat, so it gets a second level smite.
Oof.
I need to have the battle hub up. Why are you like this? Divine smite damage. 2. Use. Roll that. Roll this. It will take 24 points of damage for its efforts. And then Bluey is a war horse, so I don't know if you want to swing for Bluey or you want me to.
It's your guy.
I got this. Legacy. This and this. Get him! Get him with your legs! Oh my goodness!
Well, this thing goes to rush towards Ressig and gets brutally murdered by a drake and a dragonborn.
I imagine Bluey's like quickly like sitting there tracking it, moving, and it just leaps on it on the wall and just like brings it down. It's like.
Yeah, so,
Why would you take my kitty away from me?
it just falls lifeless right next to Millie.
Can I fix it?
That horse is fucking gone. That cat kicked down where it was at. We have a problem.
I think it's where I am.
No, it was in
No,
the
that's-
square
it's-
directly in front of you, right there.
Oh, no.
There's just Bluey, which is this green drake rolling around and just puffs of fur just flying out of this like spinning ball of doom.
And all Millie can hear is, "Oh my fucking god! Oh, you said I was gonna be fine!"
I was saying, how dare you?
Merc, meanwhile, is like, "Get him, Bluey! Put him down! Yeah!"
You have tension on the reins, and then suddenly it just goes slack. Well,
Sorry.
you killed my crag cat. this guy here.
Is our
He's gonna-
friend.
He's gonna roll so hard to get out of this. Nope. He's still charmed. Resting.
Now Resig is big. And this cat is charmed by him in kind of a dreamy stupor. She tries to like stand as big and tall as she can, and like try and loom over this thing. You will stop now and be a nice kitty for us.
Spray bottle.
And I will pretty much take the help action and try and give Millie a better chance, or if I need to roll an intimidation to help her, basically trying to assist in her taming of the cat.
I want it.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see intimidation.
All right, +4. All right. Get those out of the way. That's a dirty 20. I love physical dice.
So this thing, like, as you like puff up and like yell down on it, its ears go back. It's like, "Wah, wah, wah, wah." And it like hisses a little bit, but it kind of like shrinks down a bit.
You killed my horse. I need a new ride.
Oh, that was the other one. Anything else, Restig? I mean, you're given a help action essentially. So,
Yeah.
Millie, what are you gonna do?
I would like to get down from my horse. Walk over to Resig. Take another piece of meat out of that bag. Offer it to the cat. And say, you play nice. You can keep having meat. And you can come home with us. And we'll make... You'll really... Like, you'll have a great time with us, I promise. You just have to be a good kitty. And you have to stay with us forever.
Alright, give me a persuasion or an animal handling.
With the help action. Yeah. Oh, shit.
24.
24. Cat sniffs the food in your hand and then does that thing that cats do where they just grab it and then move it to the side a bit before they put it on the ground and start munching on it. But it seems that this crag cat has been tamed for the moment. We are out of combat.
Probably take the other one and put it in the bag of holding.
The other cat?
And a horse.
I don't know if it would fit. The opening of
Yeah.
the bag of holding is like 2 feet wide.
It's rapidly getting smaller. There's less and less meat there.
Oh, yeah, because
What's the point of taking it?
Bluey is turning it into paste.
Yeah. It's a massacre, kids.
What, its pelt.
Well, it's torn to shit now.
You enjoyed that, Bluey. We
Oh.
tried.
Call him off, Merc. There might be something we can use.
Merc will go, well, she's hungry. Let her eat. Get her fill.
Haven't we established that this thing is a fucking non-eating, non-feeling entity of Fey existence?
Nope. They're pretty real to Merc. So they're real to y'all.
They're his friends.
Yeah.
Merc will go, kind of walk up. I assume there's a like mostly crushed horse.
Yeah.
He's gonna like, it's dead, right? It's for sure dead. Yeah, Merc kind of like puts a foot on its like stomach, and you just hear crack, crack, crack as he's just pulling off a haunch. He goes, "We need food for the cat."
Mm. Unfortunately,
Millie's just gonna look on in horror, but accept what's happening.
Unfortunately,
He goes,
your friend-
"Also, Adelaide will want the bones. Good bones here."
Well,
I would like to try to pet the cat. Very gently. After it's done consuming food, it will not be angry if I touch it.
I will also take the first haunch that Merc tears off for the cat immediately to help with this. And then turn our back on him and leave him to do his work and just like pass the bag of holding back.
You feeling
You're spending-
Snowball or Snowbell?
You're gonna spend a couple hours out here getting bones.
Mainly just if he can take off large chunks at a time, we have a way to dispose of the meat right here. We just need like a few minutes to establish a connection with this cat while he takes off large chunks at a time and just
Still
shoves them
gonna take some
wholesale
time
into
to
the bag.
get the bones.
We can just throw it in the bag of holding too. Worst case
That's a-
scenario.
That's
but yeah,
why I handed
I
him the
I
bag.
gotta
Like,
plug.
Merc will just break down as much as he can, and he'll throw like part of the carcass over Bluey's back.
Well, the reason why I'm asking, if we're gonna stay out here, I'm gonna roll more encounters.
I just want to make friends with the cat.
yeah,
After that, I don't care.
a few minutes
my
with
baby
lots
now.
of meat for the cat, and then Merc throws the rest of the haunch onto Bluey. Resig's walking the rest of the way anyway, because he has no horse. And I don't think trying to
Can't get this
ride this
busy.
cat right away is gonna work.
Can we
Yeah.
two-person a horse? So Resig rides
If
with you or
I
with
assume
Merc?
if we leave the meat and bones, we could two-person on a horse.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll just take like one haunch to keep the cat sated, and then we'll just go then.
Now this cat seems to be tagging along, but you are definitely not putting a leash on him at the moment.
No.
Like right now, it is a very tentative thing. You're offering him food, and it is alluring to him. But some work is going to have to be done over a period of time to get this thing subservient to you. It's a wild crag cat. It could turn on you at any moment.
I'm gonna be discussing with the cat. I would like to ask it its name, if it has one, and if it doesn't. We feeling Snowball or Snowbell? Is it a man or a woman? What gender is this cat?
You gonna look? Give me a nature or a medicine.
Medicine it is. I'm not
Wait.
gonna go out of my way for it. Somebody want to help me with this?
Sure.
Nah, I'm gonna use a disorder die to cancel out that advantage, so it stays an 8.
Then we'll use an order die.
We want to find out the gender.
I think the order die would simply just cancel out his disorder, which would still just leave it at an 8. And
Yeah. So
Well, we can still get assistance. Someone can help me
negative.
find out what
So
it is.
this is how you find out what it is.
I have an hour long worth of discussion with this cat.
You're checking his undercarriage, and you find out that it's a boy as it
Oh, no.
sprays you, douses you in hot urine.
Millie, ride downwind.
Sounds good.
Do you still want the cat?
Cat does
Sadly,
that
yes.
little thing where it kicks its hind feet, kicking snow at you, and then it just continues to walk.
You're riding a fine line for that meal ticket, friend.
It's a wild cat, and it's
Not
huge.
for long.
So you guys keep traveling towards Noanar's hold as the lights of the stars appear in the sky, colorful whiffs of maybe the Aurora Borealis. You come over the hill, and you can see the torchlights of Noanar's hold. But there seem to be a lot more of them than there should be. The town itself looks to have grown in number by double. And you see strange caravans of carriages parked in a circle on the outskirts of town, where there's currently a big bonfire going on, and you could hear the raucous laughter and celebration of people. You make your way in, and the smell of like livestock and reptile, plus the smell of cooking food, greets you. And you guys reconvene. Adelaide, you come up out of the dungeon, only to find out that these people are going to be sticking around for a couple of days.
Do I see Zorak anywhere?
Yeah, you come up and Zurag's there. So we'll say everybody's there at this point.
I'm gonna go straight to Zorak. Like, what the heck is going on? They're not supposed to stop here.
They need a place to stay.
Oh man.
So we're
Looks
here
of
too
it,
now.
While they're here, the townspeople seem to be having fun.
Are they going to pay us to stay here?
Well, we needed to discuss some things. They were talking about setting up a coliseum of sorts and entertaining the townsfolk.
This might fine, but you know what? I'm gonna just stay in the keep for a while. Just don't mention of me to anybody.
And at that, he will say that they are looking for you.
See, this is what I said. They should have already left. Oh,
Why do they even want you?
It's a long story. I need to hide. Adelaide's
Well,
freaking out.
we can send them on our way, as seeing as they are on our land. If you want to just explain why.
How many days did they say they were staying? We don't really want to cause a problem either. If it's only like a day or two, it wouldn't be unreasonable if they're gonna go on their way on their own.
Yes, you should not get on their bad side. They're not really good people. Well, it's not like
And
I
Also,
did.
if they are bad people, why would we want them around our people who we're responsible for?
exactly.
Bad people have friends with other bad people and can bring more. But if we take time, well, in terms of them staying here for a few days, Adelaide, we have a project that you might be able to help us with for the next couple
I
of
found a
days.
baby.
Yeah, we show up with a fucking mountain cat the size of a horse.
I'm gonna. I don't. Did it spraying me? Mean it's barking me as its territory, or what the heck? Just
never
hates
know.
me.
But right now, Jeeves is wrestling with it, trying to get into the stables.
So yes, we brought a kitty home that we would like to keep. If you would be so kind as to assist in some a taming, and I would very much like to shower.
Oh yeah. That sounds good. Just
You can work on that while the people are in town.
Yes. Just don't tell anybody that you know me, that I'm here.
Absolutely zero qualms with that, as long as we can keep the kitty. I mean, I wouldn't rat you out anyway, but
And I'm
it was
also
a rough
gonna
ride.
I'm also gonna tell them about the path I found. under in the basement.
That can be useful.
That's a good escape route if we ever needed it. Or
I
just,
know, so
if we want to
think-
pass kind of in and out of town without trace. Or it could be the ghosts.
yes, and I think if we can bring this huge cat to the back over there, so I can work on it while there's nobody around, that would be
Yeah.
the best.
That works. Or is it in the keep already with Jeeves wrestling with the cat?
Jeeves is trying to get it to go into like the stable,
Flung
and
around.
it's yeah.
Merc is like kind of like stroking like these like spines on his chin, which he has now replaced as his beard. As he's sitting there thinking, he'll go, Ressig and Zerag, I have an idea. At least it would assist us in reaching an understanding with this man. Don't the hunt lords go on nightly hunts? Seems traditional.
The dead ones did.
Let's go invite this man on a hunt. Keeps him out of town. Gets us a ability to read him.
Seems like he had an interest. Well, I guess I didn't know. Unless Zurag told us what he said.
He basically just would have told him that he wanted to meet with all of us anyways.
And he was looking for Adelaide.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going to meet him. I am not going to meet him.
We need to get you a disguise kit.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not saying we take Adelaide to meet him. I'm just saying we take him out on a ride in the woods. Get to know him.
did he speak of her by name? Does he know her name?
He didn't say her name, but he knows exactly what she looks like.
Well, yeah, maybe best to stick around the keep and help tame a cat if you have any interest in doing that. We could certainly offer to take them on a hunt. I'm sure we saw the dinosaurs when we came in. And the rest
You
of us
know,
came in.
like where they like. You saw like the caravan and stuff.
Okay. It's about the only entertainment that Noanar's hold currently has, so could offer a friendly nightly hunt.
It'd just be a method of blowing smoke up his ass and keeping him distracted.
Hey, whatever works.
Good to me. I'll be in the basement.
Try and bring that cat down in the basement, covered in muck.
Hello,
You ever
let's
met a
do it.
happy, dirty cat?
I would like to tell Jeeves that he has to try to bathe the cat. That'd be hilarious.
He just dead.
I think we want James to be alive.
I
mean,
know,
we're
but it'd be
skirting
hilarious.
the edge here with the cat and the cube.
I will
Jeeves comes out of the stables like thrusting his back against the door, breathing heavily. He's got his clothes are all scratched to shit. Just the occasional paw sticks out from the door as he's trying to keep it secured. Just like the claws are coming underneath the door. Hey, is I? Why did you bring something like this home?
I'm just kidding, but I think it'd be hilarious.
That's
Poor
gonna be
Jeeves.
my new mount. We need to get a saddle made for him, and we need you to train him like a proper mount.
He's gonna walk over, puts what's left of the reins that he was trying to lead this thing with in your hands, just a shredded piece of leather. Fuck that!
Jeeves has
Now, Jeeves, your contract gives you only one fuck that a day. Are you sure you want to use it on this?
It also gives me a fuck you.
Well, now that
Oh, and another thing I didn't check in the beginning of the day. Did any of the messenger birds come back?
Not yet.
I'm gonna cast speak with animals, and talk to the cat to try to just take it down to the basement.
Okay, give me a persuasion check.
We'll give you some meat
I
before
was
you do
about to say,
that.
I will provide you with a nice bloody haunch of horse that looks vaguely
Alright.
familiar to
We
the one
throw
that Russell
everything we can
left
into the
town with.
So
Riding on.
persuasion with
I'll take
advantage.
advantage. Yeah, I'll take advantage.
guidance.
Guidance. No guidance, sir.
What do I do? Plus.
Plus 1d4.
Oh, it's just like 1d4.
Yeah.
That's a 16.
He has no desire to go down in a muck-covered cage. It smells disgusting.
I know, but it's a great place for you to rest. And there's like so much bones you can chew on down there.
Bones. What
Yeah.
am I, a canine?
No, but look at all this meat.
I'll prefer my bones with meat on them, not where it smells like rancid putrosity.
But it's a cool place to see. I think you should just at least go down there and take a look at it. I mean, I've been cleaning it out, so.
I'll stay right here. This is my room now. It's in the stables.
Were our horses at the stables at the keep, or were they down at the stables in
No,
the
you
town?
you guys rented horses, and you
Oh.
murdered one of them.
Yep. So, I guess we have to go settle up with, oh, God. What name did you give?
Nondescript NPC. Something stable, right?
No, she had a name. Yeah.
Wenry
Yeah, one free
Stable, right?
stables, right? Yeah.
Wenry. Well. Alright, Jeeves, since you used your fuck that and your fuck you in one chance, we need you to get the cube into the basement.
He looks right at Zurek. Then he pulls out a knife from behind us. And just gives a "Can I kill her?"
No. We tried to move it, but we weren't very successful, the two of us. Perhaps there's another way to move it without touching it.
Some kind of amulet that lets you ride a cube, even.
This guy's crazier than I am.
Can't imagine it's very fast.
It's not.
Also,
But
would
it is
riding a
terrifying.
cube be uncomfortable? As it kind
The
of.
amulet protects you from the acid, and being inside it confuses the ooze's sense of hunt, because it's technically already ate food, because it can't eat you.
So,
So
does
you
it
ride it
always
from the
feel
inside?
full?
Yes, it basically only senses that it has food all around it constantly.
Well, the cube remains another problem for another day, as well as the arrival of Ephraim Tauroa. What to do, oh hunt lords? What to do? You have a job awaiting for you back in Calling Horns, and
Oh, we would explain that to them too. like, hey, this is something that we encountered
I
when we
guess.
were out and about. There's trolls and there's things, and we need to fight that.
Yeah, might be a good reason to leave town for a couple of days. But we'll find out next time, because that's where we're gonna wrap it up.
I'm so pissed I didn't get that merchant to come, because he would have died when the crag cats attacked, and then Bressic would have felt very bad. But actually, it would have
Merc
been
would have
very...
looted that shit. He's just been like,
Well, we get everything in the bags,
It would
so.
be- It would be-
just loot his corpse.
just be really nice to have a trader that came through here every once in a while, so this town actually can get something. That was more the thing I'm pissed about. But
Just gotta work on your interpersonal relationships
I
with
mean-
business people.
his persuasion is
Uh,
abysmal, but at least it's a positive value. He just doesn't know how
hey,
to talk
you got
to people.
some
She doesn't know how
you
to
got
talk to
some
people.
you got some potions out of it, so it wasn't too bad. Maybe you'll see him again. He gave you his card. You know he's traveling. Maybe you'll run into him again.
That was lots
But
of fun, though.
for
Mhm.
me, Vader the Mad, and for my players here over here at Disorderly Decisions, I'd like to thank chat for hanging around with us. Hope you all have a good night and a good week ahead of you. I believe you can catch us tomorrow for Elderwin. And then our schedule will be all over the place for
Get some
years to come.
vacations
Mhm.
happening.
Yeah, but we will see you tomorrow in Elderwin. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
bye bye.
Waiting on Vader for his sign out.
Disorder. Everybody, 1, 2, 3. Disorder. Disorder. Disorder.
Good night.
Good night.